I'm here with Katie Dowdy, head coach of the women's rugby team. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Charlotte.
Obviously, this season is looking very different from years past. How did you and the team adapt to this new normal?
Yeah, we were obviously really disappointed for the fall season not to happen. We were really excited about the potential of the team this year. But like everyone else, we just had to move on and find some engaging ways to stay connected and keep learning virtually without bogging the team down with too many Zoom meetings on top of all of their classes. So, learning from spring, we kind of found ways to balance that. And then on campus, we just had to get creative and restructure, rewire our practices to be in line with all of the social distancing requirements. So that was pretty interesting because obviously rugby is a contact sport, and contact was out of the picture. But it's also an evasion sport, so we just really drilled down on our catch pass and being able to move the ball and be evasive, and those individual skills. So it was really productive in the end.
Speaking of training, how was it for both those on campus and those practicing from afar?
We were really lucky to have 14 of our athletes on campus, and especially lucky to have the majority of our first year class on campus. So again, we really focused a lot on catch pass and other fundamental positional skills, and being able to have them together, get them kind of a solid foundation in those skills and the strength that they're going to need, really put them in a good place. They'll be totally ready for the level of college play by the time 2021 rolls around. So we were really grateful to have that. And then with our remote players, we met once a week. We brought Steven Gonzalez in, our leadership and mental skills coach, to kind of talk with us about some soft skills, mindset, resilience, communication, and leadership. And those players, of course, also knew what individual rugby skills to be working on at the same time. And then we love to analyze games, so we kind of laced in some game filled in between all of there. So looking back, I'm really happy. We prioritized a few things, and I think we achieved them despite all of the setbacks. And the players had such a great attitude, even though practice, especially on campus, was a bit different and odd at times because we couldn't come within 10 feet of each other. Their attitude was always really uplifting, and it was just so great and rejuvenating to see them.
What are some positives during this difficult time?
I've been really grateful as a coach, that we kind of had to slow down and reassess what can we achieve with the team kind of scattered all over the world. And like I said, we realized pretty quickly that individual skills were going to be a big focus. And the growth that we've seen, the development of the players, really, having that individual attention has been almost a revelation. And I think it's ultimately going to change if we stay dedicated and disciplined on working on those individual skills. It'll really change the way that we're able to play the game in a really exciting way. So that's a huge positive. And working with Gonzo, he really geared the team towards thinking about, having resilience in a way that you think about, don't think, why is this happening to me, but why is this happening for me? And I really watched the players embrace that mindset. And as much as it's like we all miss playing, I can tell how much the girls miss playing. They're just itching to get out there and hit something. But I can also tell that we're much more grateful for the time that we do have together at practice. Like, it's amazing how quickly 4 years can fly by without you even realizing it. But I think this has kind of forced us to take pause and appreciate the time that we do have together and cherish every practice that we're able to be here during a pandemic and get some practice in, that we're able to see our teammates virtually, and to be more grateful for those things than we ever have been before.
That's true. I think that's all I've got, but thanks for taking the time to chat with us today.
No problem. Thank you, Charlotte.